Up next
on a special Your Pittsburgh.
The best of 2015.
Our favorite stories from this year.
Joe Manganiello's making headlines for marrying actress Sofia Vergara. So what did his mom tell us about Sofia?
Sofia Vergara is one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Plus, Joe on growing up in the Burgh and something that makes him proud.
Come on, it's the greatest Pittsburgh honor of all time.
Members of the KDKA news team locked in a room and given an hour to find our way out.
Get ready to straighten out.
Don't miss our visit to the escape room. We'll tell you how this popular attraction is expanding.
What's up there? We visit the top of the city's tallest skyscraper. Find out why sunglasses are required.
Sarah Arbogast has a story that'll make you hungry. The food tour that celebrates Pittsburgh's unique cuisine.
It was creamy, it was gooey, it had sugar, it was just wonderful.
And if you love wine, you'll want to know about the cool Italian restaurant with a high-tech way to help yourself.
Cheers.
Cheers.
From KDKA TV, this is Your Pittsburgh.
Hey everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Your Pittsburgh. I'm David Highfield.
And I'm Susan Copen. Tonight, we're taking a look at some of our favorite stories from 2015. Normally, we start the show with a Pittsburgher who's made it big.
Yeah, and we have quite a few to choose from. In 2015, we profiled Michael Keaton, Kent DeColvey, Broadway star Christian Borle, and comedian Steve Byrne, as well as someone else who's become pretty well known, Joe Manganiello.
And it's Joe that we're going to talk about tonight. And of course, he just married actress Sofia Vergara.
Really? I hadn't heard.
Off the market.
Yeah, it's been everywhere. And the topic of Sofia did come up in our story earlier this year, and so did his Pittsburgh roots.
Oh, see, stop making that noise.
Millions loved him as a werewolf in the HBO series True Blood.
How can Eric be running around in the daylight?
He wowed fans as a stripper in the Magic Mike movies. People magazine even named him Hollywood's hottest bachelor. But he's not a bachelor anymore. He married Modern Family actress Sofia Vergara in November. She posted these pictures on Instagram. The ceremony in Florida. The couple's first dance to The Way You Look Tonight.
We'll feel the glow just thinking of you.
Afterward, pictures from a honeymoon in paradise. 2 stars on the beach. But when you actually meet Joe Manganiello, you realize he's a down-to-earth guy who credits Pittsburgh values for his success.
And what you learn growing up in Pittsburgh is that hard work is all you have.
He also remains a die-hard Steelers fan, which apparently cannot be reprogrammed.
You could tie me down with electrodes and like bamboo shoots in my fingernails and be like, root for some other team. I'd be like, you can kill me.
That black and gold loyalty started young.
This is Joe Manganiello at 6.
Yes.
Wow.
His mom showed me pictures of Joe and his brother Nick. This is the house where they grew up in Mount Lebanon. There's a True Blood poster with an inscription from Joe thanking his mom.
Well, my mom raised me right, you know?
The two of them were on the TV show The Talk together. And when she's with them in Hollywood, there are photographers all around.
Yes, they are there. Joe's very aware of it. I'm not. You know, I just kind of go along.
You just do your thing.
Yeah, right. They said I was Sophia's pal in one picture. I love that. You know, oh, pal.
Hi, Jay. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Take me home.
Come on, we'll get you a big bowl of Loco Pops.
Sofia is loved by millions of Modern Family fans. Joe proposed to her while the two were in Hawaii last Christmas. These photos are from a Thanksgiving celebration, including one with Joe's mom.
Sofia Vergara is one of the nicest people I've ever met. And she, again, has no affectations whatsoever. She's just very nice to everybody.
While Joe looks like this now, this is what he looked like when he attended St. Bernard Elementary. At Mount Lebanon High, he was voted most likely to become a movie star, and he performed in the musical Oklahoma.
Everybody, they talk about it till today, you know, that he was so good.
He went on to study acting at Carnegie Mellon, and his first role out of school was in the movie Spider-Man.
I don't want to fight you, Flash. I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
He played various TV roles, including a lawyer on How I Met Your Mother.
Ladies, I'm Jerry. My girlfriend Kara broke up with me last night.
But he hit it big with True Blood. And now, in addition to acting, he's recognized for his physique. He even has a book to inspire others to work out.
He's that perfect storm of, the looks and the brain and the acting. I mean, it's like, come on, man, that could have trickled down to me a little bit.
What are you talking about? You're insane, man.
When Joe and Sophia get back to the Berg, they try to go to Steelers games, seen here with Pirate Andrew McCutcheon. He also loves getting a cheesesteak at Primanti's in the Strip, which is a thrill for Tony Haggerty, who works there.
And you called him your boyfriend.
He's my boyfriend, right? I tell everybody he's my boyfriend.
And Joe's face is now painted on the wall here, alongside all the Pittsburgh greats.
Come on, it's the greatest Pittsburgh honor of all time. It's the equivalent of winning an Oscar if you come from Pittsburgh, which is to get your face on the wall at Primanti Brothers in the Strip. That's it. That's like it.
Another place he goes when he's back in town, Children's Hospital. In fact, take a look at this video.
He was there just a few months ago visiting kids, and he says it puts things into perspective for him.
That's also when Ken Rice caught up with him and asked him a very Pittsburgh question about what was, at the time, his upcoming wedding.
Now, you and Sophia come from different cultures. Does she understand the significance of a cookie table?
She's more of a cake person.
So no cookie table at Joe Manganiello's wedding?
Maybe we'll get some Eaton Park Smiley cookies.
No word on whether they actually had smiley face cookies. We would tell you had we been invited. I'm assuming our invites got lost in the mail.
Lost in the mail, right? But I think that they had to have a cookie table. You're from Pittsburgh, you're going to have a cookie table.
It's mandatory.
Mandatory. All right, as we continue our favorite stories from 2015, let's bring in Sarah Arbogast.
And I love this story because it has to do with food and Pittsburgh food traditions.
Yeah, this story was so much fun to work on. It's about the traditions, but also some of the cool new restaurants. Pittsburgh is getting attention for its food scene. It wasn't that long ago that Bon Appetit magazine even named Pittsburgh the next big food city.
Let's go.
It was that title that sparked the Flavor of Pittsburgh, a 3-hour food-filled bus tour around town.
My name's Kim, and I'm going to be your tour guide today. It is 7 very generous tastings at different places along the way, and you will be full by the end. It's a guarantee.
The group meets in Market Square and first stop Crannell's, where people taste test the famous burnt almond torte, named by the Huffington Post as the greatest cake in America.
It was creamy, it was gooey, it had sugar, it was just wonderful.
The praise for Pittsburgh food is everywhere. It was 2 years ago when Bon Appetit told readers the Steel City is where you need to eat now. It singled out the restaurant Cure in Lawrenceville, where Chef Justin Severino was nominated for a prestigious James Beard Award. It mentioned the Brew Gentleman in Braddock, a microbrewery opened by 2 CMU grads. And it listed Bar Marco in the Strip District, a place known for its creative cocktails, unique wines, and dishes made with local ingredients. The co-owner says Pittsburgh has figured out what some other cities haven't.
Even some of the cities that you might recognize as the best food towns don't have an identity that really says this food is about us and who we are. It's more about what food should look like.
I think that it's just kind of trended since 2000 up.
We met up with Rachel Carlson, who reviews restaurants for the website Yelp, at another place singled out by Bon Appetit, Meat and Potatoes downtown. She says her co-workers in other cities know about our new food reputation.
It's really wonderful to hear them say, oh, Pittsburgh is on my list of places I've wanted to try. I've read about these kind of restaurants coming in and these chefs really doing interesting things.
And while there's plenty that's cutting edge, Pittsburgh's food traditions are alive and well. The Travel Channel featured the stuffed cabbage at Amels in Rankin.
This is grandmother food.
Which brings me back to the tour.
Our ethnic food traditions actually stem from our steel heritage, where all these people coming to work in our steel mills brought their food, culture, and heritage here.
Those classics, some with a twist, like this pierogi pizza, which I had to try, are here to stay.
It's food of Pittsburgh. It's getting into your culture, your history, your heritage.
That story first aired in January, and they still offer the tour. They have one next month and one in February. It's $80 a person, but less if you bring more people. We have more info at kdka.com/yourpittsburgh.
All right, so we get to eat really good food in Pittsburgh. Do you have any favorites?
I was a big fan of Prano's, of course, the burnt almond torte, and also the pierogi pizza.
That was good. I had that. That was
Did
good.
you?
Oh, that was good stuff.
It is, and pierogies are just so Pittsburgh, you have to love it.
It's like the perfect combination, pierogies and pizza.
Yes, it's a good combo.
Very cool. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
Still to come on our Best of 2015 show, we get to the bottom of what's on top of a Pittsburgh landmark.
We'll show you what's up here.
A rare look at the roof of the Steel Building.
Are we positive that it was 676?
No. KDKA tries out the escape room. We'll look back at the wild time we had trying to get out of this popular attraction.
And Susan and I visit a cool Italian restaurant that has a unique treat for wine lovers. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Your Pittsburgh, nominated this year for 2 Mid-Atlantic Emmy Awards.
Welcome back to our special look back at the best of Your Pittsburgh from 2015.
You know, we checked out a number of high spots this year, places people don't normally get to go.
At the top of the Westmoreland County Courthouse Dome, that room above the Fort Pitt Tunnel, and those chapel-like structures on the Union Trust building downtown.
But our favorite place to explore was the roof of the tallest building in Pittsburgh, the U.S. Steel Tower.
Check out the Norwin High School Marching Band on the roof of the Steel Building in this vintage KDKA promo. That was 35 years ago. But the U.S. Steel Tower is still the city's tallest skyscraper. Have you ever wondered what it's like up there?
Yes, that would be interesting to find out.
Well, it takes 2 elevators and then an escalator to get to the roof.
So how many floors up is this?
Well, technically it would be the 65th floor.
And the first thing you notice is how bright it is. The white roof reflects the sun to keep the building cooler, but it's also blinding, so they have a stash of sunglasses for any visitors. Once you get to the edge, though, the view is amazing. Downtown, Oakland, PNC Park.
I've been told back when it was built, you know, you could see 3 states. I don't know. You know, is that West Virginia out there? I don't know.
This U.S. Steel video shows the building under construction, workers high above the ground. When it opened in 1970, people were asked what they thought.
It's a beautiful building.
On the roof is the world's highest operational heliport.
Helicopters don't land here anymore, but they still have the heliport's 1970s-style controls and these devices around the roof's edge in case a helicopter had ever crashed.
You could hit a button and these cannons would all start to oscillate and dump foam over the entire roof.
Next to those retro cannons, there's now a multitude of modern communications antennas.
It's hard to believe how big this roof is unless you get a view from above. The roof is approximately 1 acre, the largest roof in the world at this height or above.
It's 840 feet up, tall enough for the weather to actually be different up here. While it's nice today, it's not always.
The street might not be windy, up here you're getting blown apart.
That was so exhilarating. I loved that.
Yeah, that looks really cool. I love that you have to put on sunglasses to go out there because it's so bright.
Right, they have a box of sunglasses there for any visitors, and you kind of feel cool up there too, wearing your shades on top of the tallest building in Pittsburgh.
Well, hey, we did that story because viewers voted for it in our You Wanted to Know segment.
And here's what we're working on for our next Your Pittsburgh. You wanted to know about unusual town names in our area. From 84 to Mars to SNPJ, we'll explore how they got their names on our next show.
Still ahead on this episode.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that good?
Oh.
David and I are checking out a new restaurant where the food is Italian and the wine is help yourself.
And right after the break, see what happened when KDKA tried out the escape room. Stay with us as Your Pittsburgh's Best of 2015 continues.
You're watching Your Pittsburgh on KDKA TV.
Welcome back, everybody, to our Best of 2015 Your Pittsburgh special. Have you heard of an escape room?
I hadn't heard of one until we did this story. And what it is they lock you in a room and then you have to solve puzzles to find your way out. They have them in New York, San Francisco, and once Pittsburgh got one, well, we wanted to check it out.
Of course we did. So we assembled a team of KDKA folks to see if we could escape the escape room.
You'll be locked in the room for 60 minutes.
They start you off at Escape Room Pittsburgh with some instructions.
Your job is to investigate Dr. Stein's laboratory and find out what Project 676 is.
676, I got it.
We're led to what looks like a laboratory, and the team we've put together, some of KDKA's best and brightest. But are we prepared for this? Ken Rice, Sarah Arbogast, Heather Abraham, Rich Walsh, and David and me. Okay, let's start the clock. We begin examining everything, unsure of what's important and what's not, like these puzzle pieces.
Figures a sports guy would figure
That's
this out.
how you start.
Way to go, Rich.
Why do we have this pharmacology and nursing management?
That must be a clue too.
There's a maze on the wall with keys locked inside, a table of the elements, and an old safe in the back. We try to figure out how the info they told us might apply. That is, if we can remember it.
Are we positive that it was 676?
No.
We're
Let's
not.
get a clue. How do we get a clue?
You can get clues off of a laptop. Outside, owners Joe and Corey Deasy are watching our every move on monitors.
This isn't going to be a good team. They're into it.
They also slide in clues at pivotal points. We're thrilled when we find a way to unlock this cabinet, but is this hazmat suit inside anything useful?
Who wants the hazmat?
Why do we think it's important to put this on?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Susan, you need to put it on.
Corey and Joe are cousins and decided to open this place in Greenfield after Joe took a trip to Europe.
The #1 tourist attraction in Budapest is an escape room. So I was with my cousins, and I was like, guys, we have to check this out. We went and did it, and I fell in love with it.
They took months designing this prison cell and the laboratory we're in now.
Get ready to straighten out. Okay, now come back the other way.
Unfortunately, our time is running out.
They're going to really have to put all their teamwork together to get out now.
It literally comes down to seconds. I think we have the code to open the door, but it doesn't work. Then Sarah gives something else a try.
No!
Good job.
That was awesome.
We make it out and pose for a victory picture.
The whole last hour was a complete blur.
Hey, it was tough, but it was a lot of fun.
At first I thought, okay, we're gonna be in there for an hour, that's gonna feel like forever, and it felt like 10 minutes.
Despite the fact that we don't like each other, we actually work together as a team pretty well, I thought.
I had forgotten how much fun that was. Rich Walsh and Sarah Arbogast join us now. And Sarah, I love the ending when you're jumping up and down.
Oh my gosh, I was so excited. I honestly don't even know how I put the code in there, but somehow it worked.
I mean, and do you remember the end? I put in the code and I messed it up, so I thought we didn't win.
I know.
And
I thought one more try,
Okay.
maybe, and it worked.
Like seconds.
I know.
We just made it in time.
Would you do it again?
I would love to do it again. I thought it was one of the best things that I've done in a long time. I thought it was really cool. Something really different and unique. I would love to do it again. Yeah.
I think Ken Rice has gone back and done the other room.
He did.
The jail cell
He
room.
did, yeah. And I actually give gift certificates to friends and say, this is where we're going for your birthday.
It's so much
I've not
fun.
gotten one of your gift certificates.
Yeah, me neither.
Me neither.
Yeah.
When's your birthday again?
Mine's coming up in February, Susan.
All right. And if you want to try it out, it costs $27 a person.
And it's in Greenfield, but they're actually planning on opening a second location in a former bank building in Homestead.
Still to come, it's time to eat.
Susan and I visit a cool Italian restaurant with a high-tech way to sample wine. Stay with us as we continue our Best of 2015 special. And join us next month on Your Pittsburgh to meet the young woman from the Burgh whose star just keeps rising.
Somebody loves me.
Margot Bingham wowed audiences on HBO's Boardwalk Empire. We take her back to high school.
Is it fun to come back?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wait till you hear what's next for her. That's next month on Your Pittsburgh.
Hey, it's Jackie Evanko.
I'm Billy Porter.
Hi, I'm Brett Michaels.
I'm Cam Hayward. I have Joe Manganiello.
Hi, this is Billy Gardell.
Here we go, Max! From Pittsburghers who have made it big to the questions about our region you want answered.
There's a fourth river and it's underground and nobody knows about it.
To the coolest restaurants around.
I always go to Nakama on Clarkson Street in Southside.
We cover what's new and exciting in the city. Contact us on Facebook or Twitter. We want to know what you want to see. After all, our show is called
Your Pittsburgh.
Your Pittsburgh.
Your Pittsburgh.
Your Pittsburgh. Your Pittsburgh.
Your Pittsburgh.
Welcome back to our Best of 2015 special, and this is our favorite part of the show, the restaurant segment, because we get to eat.
And we visited some great places this year, so it was really difficult to pick just one, but we did it. It's in Lawrenceville, the menu is Italian, and there's a treat for wine lovers.
With its sophisticated style, Senti feels like something from New York City. But its food has roots in Italy, like this homemade pasta.
Oh, it's good.
Isn't that good?
Oh.
We also try this appetizer of beans and mozzarella.
And this is bringing me back to my childhood. And this is good, authentic Italian food.
Being half Italian, I remember visiting Italy as a kid and fantastic meals from my mom, which is why this place speaks to me in any language.
Io parlo.
Io parlo, what are you going to make me say?
Un poco.
Io parlo un poco.
D'Italiano.
Italiano.
You just said I speak a little bit of Italian.
David gets an amazing lasagna with bechamel sauce. I have salmon with a light breading, and we both have wonderful scallops over a beet puree. But now it's time for the wine machine.
It's something like a new toy for everybody. Oh, it's beautiful. This is my baby, so I love a lot.
Senti's owner, Franco Braccia, showed us how it works. You put money on a card, insert it here, and select a small, medium, or big pour.
That's delicious.
A perfect way to get a taste of some of the restaurant's most expensive and unique wines.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Finally, a sweet ending, homemade donuts with coffee pudding.
I'm not going away hungry tonight. And again, it is called Senti. It's in Lawrenceville, and we have more information at kdka.com/yourpittsburgh.
Now, joining us now is Ian Smith. He's the photographer and editor on our show, and people have asked me during the restaurant segments, does your photographer get to eat?
I do get to eat, and that's the best part of the job is when we do the restaurant segments, I get to stuff my face on your dime, or the station dime.
Right. It really is a great gig because the station pays for our food to eat at fabulous restaurants.
Right, and it's fun to go out with both of you because then I eat some of yours, then I eat some of yours, and I eat some of mine.
Right. We need to invite Sarah the next
I know.
time.
I think I'm missing out.
Yeah.
Fun
All right.
time.
We're going to make that happen.
All right.
Well, that's all the time we have right now. From all of us here, thanks for watching.
From our family to your family, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
We'll see you again next month with a brand new episode of Your Pittsburgh. Bye-bye, everyone.
Now in 3, 2, 1, fade to black. That's a wrap. Merry Christmas, everybody.